तौ संतोषयता संतौ श्रीलरूप सनातनौ दाक्षिणात्येन भट्टेन पुनरेतद्विविच्यते तस्याद्यं ग्रन्थनालेकं क्रान्तव्युत्क्रान्तखण्डितं पर्यालोच्याथ पर्यायं कृत्वा लिखति जीवकः. 77 is over. So what is the cause in saying many kinds of the sadhanas by which ultimate good can be achieved? So what is the reason for saying many? Because people are bewildered by the Lord's Maya. Because of this, they have the variety of the taste. So that's why sadhanas also defined by those people varietily. But Lord has given the only one, that is bhakti yoga. But after that, other sages, they being influenced by the Maya, they defined many sadhanas and also promoted those sadhanas. They inaugurated, which are everything is defined in Vedas. Definitely you can see all the kinds of variety of thoughts you can see in the Vedas. So that means you can see examples for every kind of thought there. But the point is, people according to their taste, they inaugurated that and promoted. That we are seeing. So the reason is yatha karma yatha ruchihi. Jai Gopinath.
Correction, Prabhu. But in Bhagavad Gita, we see even Lord himself speaks different yoga. It is not the other sages proposing it out of their, whatever influence or things like that. So how to understand that?
So those are all, that's why I'm saying those are all different variety of the, that means sadhanas are there in the Vedas. But Lord in the Bhagavad Gita ultimately said only bhakti yoga actually. We discussed
The conclusion.
Yeah. But he was also speaking, these are all. But initially what he spoke, that means that is a bhakti yoga only. But apart from that, various means we are seeing to get the perfection. That means definition of perfection also is changed and means also changed. That's a source is Vedas. Vedas are the source for all the kinds of the knowledge. Veda means knowledge. But these sages, they inaugurated those.
Yes.
Yeah. यतः न साधयति मां योगो न सांख्यं धर्म उद्धवा न स्वाध्यायस्तपस्त्यागो यथा भक्तिर्ममोर्जिता. So we are seeing here, bhakti yoga was present before creation, directly established by the Lord, and is a principal method. Why? Since yataha means since. So the reason is given. Why bhakti yoga is only the principal method? Why not other yogas? The reason is given. Na sadayati mam yogaha na sankhyam dharma uddhava na sadhyayah tapah tyagah yatha bhakti. O Uddhava, mystic yoga, sankhya, dharma, Vedic study, jnana, sannyasa don't control me as my supremely capable bhakti does. So, yatha bhakti mama urjita. The way bhakti controls the Lord. Here, urjita, that means sadhayati, actually. Sadhayati means, so Sila Sanatana Goswami is giving that. Sadhayati is glossed as vashi karoti. Na sadayati, na vashikaroti. Sadayati means vashikaroti. The way bhakti yoga controls nothing. That's why Lord says, Aham bhakta paradinaha. Lord is completely controlled by bhakti. What is the reason? He is already Purnakamaha and he is always Atmaramaha. He is enjoying with his Vladini potency. Then why he is going for others bhakti? Why he is controlled by some Jivatma? Aham bhakta paradina means I am controlled by devotee. Devotee is what? Devotee is Jivatma. And that means he is not Atmaram.
Actually, this is there's no contradiction, because being Lord Atmaram, even though he's controlled by devotee, that means controlled by his Alladini Sakti, just like he takes pleasure in Alladini Sakti. The bhakti in devotee is nothing but Sarup Sakti only, Alladini Sakti only. Alladini Sakti is expansion. So in that sense, Lord is not.
Then why he is not happy with his own? If it is also, see, you have laddus in your house, you have laddus in the market. Will you go to the market?
Actually, here example is doesn't fit, because Lord is Sarupa only. Lord is nothing is outside of Lord. Bhakti is not like anything outside. Just like if I want to enjoyment.
Why he has to go to that Jivatma's heart and take that bhakti? He is already, you are saying, Hladini Shakti is Atmaram means he already is there, Hladini Shakti with him. His Sarupa is due to Hladini Shakti. Then what is there? So he has to enjoy with his own Sarupa Shakti, that means with his own Sarupa. And why he has to go to devotees and take that bhakti, and why he has to go behind them?
Actually, devotee is Hladini Shakti, devotee not different from Sarupa of the Lord actually. Just like one says,
devotees are not Sarupa from the
different Sarupa in the sense like that, na, this comes under Hladini Shakti, under Sarupa only.
So bhakti, then that's why that is there now already with him. So then, of course, same thing if it is there also. Why you will go? If you have something in your house and laddus, and will you go and purchase in the market?
Actually, this is a part of Ananda, Lord's Leela only. Just like it is na Ananda Chirmaya Rasvishitya Pratibhastabhi Tabhi Re Nijrupataya.
I'm not satisfied. I'm not understanding.
I will tell, give understand. Somebody that
please explain you more elaborately.
Similar question was asked by one devotee to me. I spontaneously gave answer that satisfied. What he said, he's if Lord is Atma Rama, why enjoying Radharani? Why needs enjoy Radharani?
That is also I'm doubting.
The one way asked. I told Radharani is not other. Lord is Atma Ram. Atma Ram is also part of Radharani is also part of Atma. Radharani nothing only Atma of Krishna. That is if enjoying bliss is with Radharani. That is that then, part of Atma Ram.
She is not different from his own Sarupa. Then he has to enjoy with his own Sarupa. Why he has to go with other entity?
It us appears to be other. Lord's not other. Lord's bliss. This is a part of Leela, internal potency only.
Internal potency, then why he has to go to internal potency is here invested in his own Sarupa. Internal potency is invested in the devotee's heart. So he is already same thing. Then he has to enjoy his own Sarupa because they're same, na? So why he has to go there and take that?
Actually, we can other example of fire and spark is there. We can there's no separate existence of a spark then fire. So this is whole.
I'm not able to understand actually. I want Sajdev Prabhu. One line answer.
Yeah, Prabhuji. One or 1.5, 2 lines answer is that Lord is going outside and entering into the heart of other bhaktas to get because he wants to enjoy the different rasas different variegatedness, and he wants them to take part in his leelas. So these are the three reasons which I can say. Hare Krishna.
So those rasas are not there in Lord Swarupa. Ashray Gorum Prabhu, yes.
Lord is the source of all the rasas.
When one becomes devotee and takes initiation in Guru Parampara system, the Lord's internal potency extends into heart of the devotees, Alhadini Shakti and Antaranga Shakti. So that Shakti, actually through that Shakti we are serving the Lord. So that and Alhadini Shakti attracts the Lord.
Alhadini Shakti is there in his Swarupa or not?
In Krishna's Swarupa is there also. Our Swarupa also we are Satchidananda.
Alhadini Shakti is there?
Ananda is Ladini Shakti is extension, yeah. But it is said that when we get mercy of the Antaranga Shakti, or what is that, eternal assist of the Lord, through that mercy we get kind of some energy, that something
What is
which
that?
which makes us qualified to attract the Lord, and that is through Kripa, that Antaranga Shakti.
That means you are saying Jivatma is Alhadini Shakti. That means without doing devotion, then Lord is attracted to every Jivatma.
Right now, okay. Without doing bhakti, no.
Every Jivatma by nature, Satchidananda, Ananda means Ladini. So then that means without doing any bhakti, every Jivatma will attract Krishna.
That Ladini is covered now. Satchidan, our Swarup is covered. But if Swarup is discovered, then even Brahman relation will not be attracting to God anyway. So we need, that's why we need mercy from that internal associates of the God. And then we'll get something that will attract Krishna.
Okay. Anyone wants to say something? Okay, over already yours. Oh, Mike.
Yes, Prabhu, that Lord is satisfied with his Swarupa and in his internal energy. But the nature of that Hladini potency is expanding, ever increasing. Na? So when the Jivas, they start doing bhakti, the bhakti aspect is there. It's increasing, ever increasing. It's not just static. Na? So then the Lord is...
Because of increasing, so that's why he's attracted, you are saying.
Yeah, because the Lord, the quantum of happiness he enjoys, it's always increasing.
Since it is increasing, so he's attracted for that.
Yeah, because there is Swarupa, that bhakti.
Okay. So this point we can see in the Samudra Manthan Leela actually. And also in the Ambarish Maharaj. And in the Gopis. Means Rasa Panchadhyay. In the 3 places this is point discussed. So there actually when Samudra Manthan was done at the time from that Samudra Manthan, so churning of the milk ocean, so Lakshmi appeared. And that Lakshmi, actually Rama. So that Lakshmi, initially she is, actually Lakshmi is also 2 types. One is the in charge of distribution of the wealth in this material world. That is so Vibhuti actually, Lakshmi. That's, and another is Lord's eternal consort. That means Rama. And she is Sri, and another is Rama. Rama is always with him only. So at that time, actually, anyway, this story is not necessary there. So there, especially what is happening. So Rama, when she is approaching to the Lord with the garland, she was thinking, so why Lord will accept me? definitely he will not accept. She was very much worried about this. Why she was worried? Because she is putting a logic there. Lord is already with the Swarupa. That means Lord is having the form, means there is Swarupa Shakti is only giving the form to the Lord. He is always with that Swarupa Shakti, which is giving form for him. And the same Swarupa Shakti is manifesting outwardly from his Swarupa and standing in front. Okay, that is Rama. And Rama is thinking, so why? Because you see, this is Lord, and here Rama, and this form, whatever is there, this is due to internal potency, Antaranga Shakti, this form. And this is also externally from his, this is the Swarupa of the Lord. So from this, it is manifested, this potency is manifested in the form of Rama. So, and this is also manifestation of internal potency only. So now the point is, she is thinking, it's conscious, internal potency, she is conscious, and she is thinking that. So he is already with his internal potency. His Swarupa means his internal potency is there. Then why he will accept me? So she is, if you see in the sloka, then why? Why she is accepting me? Why he will accept me? Like that Rama is thinking. Because the bliss he can derive from his own internal potency, what is there in his Swarupa. Then, but still, Lord is attracted to Rama. Because of what? Because of her devotion. Her devotion. Devotion is what? Devotion is the bhakti shakti. Bhakti is, you are all saying this Swarupa is nothing but the Hladini. Internal potency is Hladini potency. Definitely it is there. But what is the difference? This is also Hladini. But here in her heart, whatever bhakti is there, that is what? Essence of Hladini potency. Essence of Hladini Shakti is bhakti. Is bhakti. So, like milk is there and cream of the milk is there. What you like? Cream. Yes or no? So similarly, the essence of Hladini potency is the bhakti. This is point you have to. Then that's why he is attracted. Even in the Jiva's heart also, what is there? That's the devotion is nothing but the essence of Hladini potency. So that's that he wants actually. That he wants. He cannot have in his own heart. Hladini potency, someone devotee, that means bhakti, who is having? Who is the ashraya for the bhakti? Devotee. Yes or no? It's not that he himself, he cannot have devotion for himself. That's not a point at all. So that devotion element is the essence of the Hladini potency, which is existing in the every devotee's heart, that is attracting him. So he is not attracted by his own Swarupa. Getting? And what Srimati Radharani? So if you see Srimati Radharani is, this is bhakti, and this bhakti is also manifesting in many ways. What is that? That bhakti is in many rasas. Bhakti means rasa actually. It is so dasya rasa, dasya, sakhya, vatsalya, and what finally? Madhurya. And in this, and that means this bhakti shakti is the essence of the Hladini and also having the variegatedness like this. This bhakti shakti is also many varieties are there like this. And in that, the topmost is Madhurya. So that Radharani is the Mahabhava Rupa actually. She is Mahabhava Rupa. In that bhakti also, the highest manifestation of the bhakti rasa is known as Mahabhava, and she is personification of that. So that's why, so he is the topmost devotee. The topmost devotion is possible with her only. No living entity, no gopi, no one can compete with her. It's impossible. So that is a difference actually. So yeah.
Yes, so that is the reason why Krishna himself appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because he cannot do himself that devotion to himself. So he appeared in the mood of Srimati Radharani to experience that. Is that the right understanding with these points, Prabhu?
Yes. So in Aham Bhakta Paradiyan, there also he says, I am controlled by devotee. And after that, you'll be seeing in that 30 Gopi 31st chapter. So in that also you'll be seeing that. So Naparaye, that means he is not able to understand what devotion these gopis are having, and how it is possible. And he says, so I'm fully controlled by this. What is the sloka number? Anyone remember that? 32nd chapter in 10th canto. Naparayeham. Naparayeham. It starts with like that. Naparayeham niravadya samyujam swasadu krutyam vibudhayushapiva yama bhajan durjarageha srunkala savrunchya tadva pratiyatu sadhuna. This is the 10th canto, 31st chapter, 10:32-22. I am not able to repay my debt for your spotless service, even within a lifetime of Brahma. Your connection with me is beyond reproach. You have worshipped me, cutting off all domestic ties, which are difficult to break. Therefore, please let your glorious deeds be your compensation. Krishna is saying to Gopis, I am unable to pay my debt for your spotless service even within a lifetime of Brahma. So it's impossible. That means it's impossible. That's why that devotion is the essence of Ladini Shakti. And into that too, the highest form of manifestation is a Mahabhava, that is Srimati Radharani.
How to summarize, just like you asked in beginning, Lord is Sarup, filled with Sarupa. Why is attracted to others? That means he's lacking some Sarupa, lacking, you ask question.
Yeah.
So we say that is part of Sarupanand, is not other things. Also, this is mentioned. Suppose that answer question, the Lord showed the Vaikuntha to Brahma, Lord showed himself. That is Vaikuntha is also Sarupa of the Lord, not separate.
Okay.
So in that sense also it appears to be like that Lord is attached to someone. So that is inside everything, inside the Lord, not like that Lord needs someone. So
what is my question was, Lord is having Swarupa, and he is having his Swarupa means is already Shakti, is manifestation of Shakti is there. Why he is not happy with that? Why he is going behind the devotees? That's the point I'm asking. Then he has to enjoy with his own Swarupa. Like in the case, that's why I explained Rama case. Still, you are not catching that point. What I want to say, that subtle point. What is the difference is bringing? So that means if his Swarupa is whatever form he is getting and due to internal potency, with this he is satisfied, then he should not bother about any devotee. He should not search for that. He should be always happy in his own Swarupa. No service, nothing is needed for me. Yes or no? Of course, that is Swarupa Shakti, but why he is going there then? That's the point. That is a question is asked. Because that Swarupa Shakti and that Swarupa Shakti, what is the difference? This is important point you should say. That is the essence of, which is not, that means his form is not just a manifestation of that essence. That is there in the heart of the devotee. That is the essence of the Ladini. That's the point actually. So that kind of Shakti is in his, that is only giving his form? No. Of course, that is part of Swarupa Shakti. But they are only available that. Yeah. Then he should not accept Rama. The simple case. If everything is same, but Swarupa Shakti, everything, but it's not same. It is having varietiness. Parasha Shaktir Vividhaiva Shruyate. His Shakti is his internal potency and external potency, both is having the many folds, variegatedness. That is the point actually. Variegatedness is the answer. How it is different? Being Swarupa Shakti, how it is different from that Shakti, whatever is giving form to him. That is the difference actually. So that's why he is saying, na sadayati na vashikaroti tapah jnanam tyaga sanyasaha. These things are not going to attract me. Sri Bhagavan, actually why here Hindi is given? Typing mistake here. Next answer, the 79. Tatha dharma satyadayopeto vidya va tapasanvita madbhaktyapetam na samyak prapunatihi. Dharma satyadayopetah vidya va madbhaktya apetam atmanam na samyak prapunatihi. Without bhakti, dharma, satyam, daya, dharma satya dayopetah vidya tapasanvitam. You should take like that, anvaya. Dharma and vidya are not going to purify the heart without bhakti. Neither dharma endowed with the honesty and mercy, nor brahmagnanam obtained from scriptures accompanied by concentration of mind can completely purify one's consciousness if they are bereft of loving service to me. That means if there is no bhakti and simple dharma and brahmagnanam, they are not going to purify the heart. That means we are seeing why bhakti. Krishna is saying in this 14th chapter 20-22 various reasons why bhakti is only the topmost. That's a principal method. It's a principal method because this is the reason. Because the way bhakti attracts, so no other means can attract him. And also that is the one thing. And the next thing is what? The way bhakti purifies the heart. Why bhakti is the topmost? Because the way bhakti cleans, and nobody is going to clean like that. That's the second reason. There are two reasons. And the way bhakti controls, attracts the Lord, no other is one is going to attract. So here dharma means nishkamaha, and vidya means shastriyam brahmagnanam. Tapaha means tadikshanam. That means deliberation on shastra is known as tapa here. That means dharma endowed with, accompanied with satyam and daya. That means truthfulness and honesty and mercy. And vidya means brahmagnana, accompanied with tapas. Tapas means that's a deliberation on the scriptures. Okay, next 80th anuched. Simple only, one line. So 30 anuched, sorry. Bhakti lakshana istu yatha yatatma parimrujyate sau mat punya gatha shravanabhidhanai tatha tata pashyanti vastu sukshmam chakshuryatai samprayuktam. Bhakti lakshana istu yatha atma parimrujyate sau mat punyaghata shravanabhidhanaihi tata pashyati vastu sukshmam chakshuh yathaiva anjana samprayuktam. So like you see, when you have some difficulty in eyesight, so because of some disease, so if you put ointment in that, so then what will happen? Then slowly that is curing that disease, and your eyes are able to see the subtle and more and subtle than the previous. So more and more subtle objects it is able to see. The same way, as much as you keep on hearing, so then what will happen? Parimrujyate asau. So atma parimrujyate asau. So atma cleans that. Sorry. Shravanam and kirtanam. This shravanam is punyaghata shravana abhidhana. Abhidhana means here kirtanam actually. So shravanam and kirtanam will clean the heart. Then he is able to see the more and more subtle thing. Annamaya, pranamaya, manomaya, vijnanamaya, anandamaya. It is more and more subtle. So one is subtle than the previous one. And finally he can see the Anuraniyan. So who is the Anuraniyan? The subtle than the subtler. That is Supreme Lord. So he is able to see that. So to the degree that the heart becomes purified by hearing and chanting, my glory is a person is able to perceive my form, qualities and fastenings as they are, just as the eye, when smeared with special ointment, is able to see finer objects. What happens actually when we do bhakti? When our senses are engaged in the bhakti, so they are all spiritualized. Means, what is the meaning of spiritualized? That means this eye is there, is made up of material, and it is becoming spiritual. And if you burn it by the fire, nayanam chindanti shastrani, nayanam dahati pavakah, nachayanam kledayantyapana soshati maruta. So since eye is spiritual, keep in the fire, then it will not be burned. Then hand is used in the service is spiritual. Shall I keep my hand in the fire? Only heart, not hand. Whole body is not spiritualized. If you engage whole body, this physical body will become spiritualized or not? Ram Charan Prabhu.
My understanding is true. Like spiritualized means they are able to receive the holy name, and they are able to receive the spiritual topics which we cannot do it in conditioned stage.
But okay, that is clear, Prabhu. So I have no problem in that. So, but now if I'm using this hand, and I am seeing always only Lord, and I am only using my tongue for the chanting the holy names, and nothing is I am using. So then this is spiritualized or not? Huh? It will become Chenmaya or not? Mike, give to Mike. Yes. Spiritualized, na? Then you have to go with the same body. Tell in the mic, other they didn't hear. Actually, tell me what you want to say. Then I will give the answer. If you do bhakti, turn on it.
If you
Uh.
practice bhakti,
Uh.
then everything in your body is purified.
Purified and spiritualized.
Yes, Prabhu.
Then you'll go with this body on.
Yes.
Yes. Ashray Gaurang Bro, yes. Then why we are not going with the same body? This is an objection raised by our Pitambar Chaitanya Prabhu.
Here in this sloka, pasyati vastu sukshmam. This I think that jnana chakshu, that my vision will become spiritualized. That's what it means, and I will be able to understand things more fine, sukshma. And the other question you ask about our body, where day to day we are using our body in the spiritual activity. So my understanding is that it is a matter after all, body is matter, but because we are using in Krishna service, it is spiritual in that sense. But it will remain matter, but is now spiritual because we are not enjoying it. We are using in Krishna service, but it will remain a matter only. It's a matter, but it's a spiritual like that.
But matter and spiritual, how both together? Yes, Srichand Prabhu.
When we do bhakti, we will develop spiritual senses, and we will develop all the body, entire spiritual body and spiritual senses. So in that way, we will be able to perceive the Lord and everything.
Okay, that is okay, Prabhu. But this body I am engaging, this physical body I am engaging in the devotion. It is spiritualized or not? Yes, it is spiritualized. Then why we are not going with the same body?
We won't go according to our mood of devotion. We will receive a body.
So this body is not spiritualized. Huh? Then we say spiritual master's body is not matter. Ajay Gopinath Prabhu.
I thought it is like the deity worship. We do the nyasas by which we temporarily spiritualize it, because only in that platform we can do deity worship. So in that same way, our body is also spiritualized by our devotion. Yes. And things like it is not on the absolute spiritual platform.
That means there are two spiritual platforms. One is absolute, another is moderate.
In the deity worship, we do no Prabhu. We do the nyasas by which we uplift ourselves to that platform, and then we perform the deity worship.
Okay, I accept your point, but why we are not going with the same body? You told already. No, you didn't say this. Okay, Leela going, Prabhu.
It's Lord's wish how we have. There is no difference between like the body. It's spiritualized.
It's complete spiritualized, na?
Yes, completely spiritualized.
And but why we are not going in that same body? Okay, answer is almost all. You are all saying some extent right only. So what is happening actually? You see, when we do bhakti, when we engage our senses and body and everything into the into devotional service, it is explained in the case of the background is now gopis actually when they so gopis are also four kinds of the gopis are there. Sritichara gopis, Rishichara gopis. So next Nitya Siddha gopis, and fourth one is Devakanyas. So they are the four kinds of gopis. Especially in this main point where he comes actually, where this topic rises in our scriptures. So spiritualization of the body, that we have to know. Especially we should go with the Rishichari gopis. Rishichari gopis, previous life, they were actually in the Rama Lila, so in the Dandakaranya. So they were seeing the Lord Rama and they were very much attracted by the beauty of with him. So beauty of the Lord, and so with the Lord, they want to have the conjugal love. So that is not possible in this avatara. So Rama is nothing but the Lord's expansion only. So then, so Lord said to them, it is possible in the next Dwapara Yuga, that is in the Krishna Lila. So they all these rishis, they appear in the wombs of the gopis in the Vrajidham. So in the gopis, so whom they took birth, and these gopis, so that means became the member of Vrajidham. And these gopis at that time, they got the association of the Nitya Siddha gopis. And some didn't get the Nitya Siddha gopis association. Some got the direct association of Nitya Siddha gopis, and some didn't get the association of the Nitya Siddha gopis. Among these Rishchari gopis, millions, there are millions of the rishis are there actually. So all they took birth as gopis in the Vraja, and in this few get the association of Nitya Siddha gopis, and because of their association, they developed the Purvaraga. That means they developed the conjugal feelings on Krishna. So that's why they got married, all Rishichari gopis also. They got married, but since they developed such a deep love for the Krishna, so that's why Yogamaya didn't allow their husbands to touch their body. That means whenever that kind of situation comes, so then what is going to happen? So the Yogamaya is doing some arrangement for that. So these gopis are anyway, they are pure body. But some gopis, some Rishichari gopis, so they didn't get the association of the Nitya Siddha gopis initially. So then after that, and so after marriage, so they got the association, and by that time, what happened? So they had, these bodies are already participated with the, so their husbands, with their husbands, they participated into union, and they got the children. And meanwhile, they got the association of the Nitya Siddha gopis, and these gopis, now they developed the love for the conjugal love for the Krishna. Then what is the problem is here? Their body is already already they united with their husbands, and that body is not suitable for participating in Krishna's Leela, Rasa Leela. So this is the point. Here actually acharyas comes into our picture. So now these gopis, what they did, so when Krishna played the flute, so all the gopis started going. So these gopis who got the association of the Nitya Siddha gopis from the day one, so they all went along with them. But these gopis were stuck in the houses. That means who got the married, had the children, and they participated in the union of with their husband. So those gopis were stopped by the Yogamaya, didn't allow them to go. That means they didn't, she didn't help them to, their husband stopped and she didn't help. But in other case she helped, but in their case she didn't help. So they were so staying back in their house, and in that time, so they were having the deep thought, deep meditation actually. That means deep viraha actually, because of separation feeling, because of the separation feeling, what is happening? So their body is completely transformed, completely transformed. That means their physical body, whatever they are having, that is completely transformed and it became spiritual. Example, Dhruva Maharaj. Here the philosophy comes actually. What happens when you do bhakti? So your body is there. So now when you keep on engaging this bhakti in this body, then what is happening? So that physical, that means material jadamsha, that means material portion, it is having, this body is having the material portion and also spiritual portion. When you started engaging this body, spiritual portion also is started developing in this. Then what will happen? As much as you increase the bhakti, material portion is keep on decreasing and spiritual portion keep on increasing. As when you keep the rod in the iron rod in the fire, so what will be happening? So initially that is, so actually black color, it is now slowly it is turning its color and it will become red, complete red actually. So similarly, body started becoming the, means physical body started becoming the, so transforming into spiritual. Yeah, it is material body only. So as much as devotion is increasing, material portion is going down and spiritual portion is increasing. So like this, so as much as sadhana keep on increasing, spiritual portion increases and spiritual portion increases. So then what will happen? Finally it will become in perfection spiritual. So now the question, real question comes here. Question comes here. Clear nahi hua. Material portion, when you started engaging in the devotion. Mike.
You said in body, material portion and spiritual portion both are there.
Okay.
And when you engage devotional service, the material portion goes
what
down.
It mean? What I am saying, first statement, when you keep on engaging your body, so in your material body, spiritual portion will be started actually. When you start engaging the body, start becoming, when you keep the iron rod in the fire, what it will become? It will become get heated or not? And started becoming the, acquiring the qualities of the fire or not? So when you start engaging the physical body also, you start developing the spiritual portion in it. So as much as you increase the bhakti, then what will happen? Spiritual portion is increasing and material portion decreasing, it's going down. So then at the perfection stage, what will be? It will become, complete spiritual. Then it become complete spiritual, then everyone, every perfected devotee should go with their body. Why it is not going? Why they are not? This is the question I am asking. Philosophy is correct actually. Philosophy is what? Engaging any material thing also in the service, it will become spiritual. Then what answer is given there actually? Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is explaining this thing, this philosophy. And what answer he gave? Then why everyone is not going with their same body? The reason is, the reason is, he says that Bhakti Maharani, she doesn't want to show her glory actually. So especially we are seeing the so our spiritual masters who are perfected souls, like great devotees. So we are seeing that they are leaving their material body. But actually this is what? This is only Bhakti Maharani's plan. Like our Leela Govind Prabhu is saying as right answer actually. So it is the plan of the Bhakti Maharani. She doesn't want to reveal, her glory to common people. Otherwise, what? Krishna is coming himself, Supreme Personality of Godhead. So common people who are Kumatis, how they will think? They will be thinking that he is a material person and he is having the only material form and his form is not spiritual. Same way, so they will also start thinking the glory of the Bhakti so cheaply and they will give this so much wrong interpretations. So that's why, okay, so that's why Bhakti Maharani, to keep her glory secret actually, hide her glory. So we'll be seeing that they are living their physical body. But actually, everything is spiritualized, and very rarely, in some cases, you'll be seeing they are going with the same spiritual body, same body. Example is Dhruv Maharaj. Tukaram also. But it is not there in the Bhagavatam, that's why we are not quoting, but we heard like that. So that is, so this is the reason actually. Philosophy is same. We should accept, that's why you don't hesitate that. So to say that, yes, it is spiritual. You should say, yeah, it is spiritual. Reason is why it is not. This is the reason. Not going with that same body. Yeah.
So we say that means great devotees have spiritual body.
Not
Then
great devotee, your
means,
portion,
yeah.
everybody, everyone's, every living entity, whoever is engaged in the service, they started transforming.
Okay. So means why do we see they are facing very much health issues?
That is another reason. There is so many reasons are there because of, so they were, but sometimes, so to show the determination of the bhakti to you, how to continue in all the situations. So Bhakti Maharani will make them as example for others. Many reasons are there, like not only one, many are there.
Is spiritual, they should be just nothing should just that also quoted. So what is the answer for that?
That is also same thing actually. So that's why Bhakti Maharani doesn't want to show the that glory so cheaply for everyone actually.
Otherwise, it can function also like that.
That's why that is shown that they are leaving material body and going like that. It is shown for us.
Prabhuji, I have little confusion.
Huh?
I have little doubt in case of. Actually, I know a little bit that we have in spiritual world we have some sharupa. We will attain some sharupa in spiritual world. So, in case of Tukaram Maharaj, he went with his own this material. We say material body, same body. So he went back with the same body. So what about his form? There will be a change again, or will serve with this body only?
They will be serving with that body only.
In his spiritual world, in that body.
Yes.
And also I am confused sometimes that Arjuna, he went to Swarga Loka and some other Loka, I think. So with this material body, how he went?
To Swarga. That is material world only, na? So that is, they have so many other powers. So like mantric power, mantras and so many. Even he went to the Nagaloka also. He went to different places. They used to have that kind of education actually. Like we have the education to go to so-called other places. They are also having such a education. So education means such a powers they will develop. Yeah. Yes, Sachdev Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, 2 points. One is short may. One is that I wanted to ask that spiritual body, they are going with the material body, but actually the spiritual body is going. So does this mean that the spiritual body is still there today? That is the first point. Means it is still there, present.
Prabhu, your voice is not clear, Prabhu.
I'm asking that when they are going with the spiritual body, which Bhakti Maharani ji is hiding it, and actually is showing that for the common people that it is going by material body. So my question is that is the spiritual body still there today also?
Prabhu, your voice. How actually it's blurring actually and difficult to understand. Okay, such the Srichan Prabhu.
Prabhu. So one question is, how do we understand that our body becomes spiritualized ourselves? One thing is to hide the glories of bhakti, but how will we understand that our body becomes spiritualized? And next thing is, the material portion will still remain until we attain prema. Until we attain prema, some material portion will still remain. It's not entirely spiritualized.
Portion is simple, Prabhu. So as much as we are perfecting, degree increases, that's all. The portion is increasing. Spiritual portion is increasing.
How do we know it is increasing, or how do we know that our body is becoming spiritual?
So Shastra is saying.
But there is no external change, no?
You cannot experiment with your logic. No, actually, so Vishwanath is saying so. What Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying, and we also know Prabhupada says everything is spiritualized. Internal means what? Everything is spiritualized. Everything is spiritualized. Everything. Okay, Ashray Gaurang Prabhu.
Krishna Prabhu, is there any specific reason for Dhruv Maharaj going to with same body?
Actually, in the Shastra, rarely actually to create the, that means there you can see only, that means sometimes very rarely Bhakti Maharani so allows to show her glory. Actually, I can do this much, but she's doing that, but reveals only in rare cases. Otherwise, everyone will so taking it very in a different way. Actually, if secret thing, valuable thing is kept on the road, then what they will do? They will kick with the feet. They will misuse it. They will laugh about it, and they will misuse it. So that's why the secret thing is not revealed to anyone. Only so it kept hide, actually hidden place we keep. That's the reason. So Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is writing this on the 10th canto, 29th chapter. So sloka number is you can check if you want. You people can refer that commentary. 29th chapter, sloka number.
That gopi is struck that place, yeah.
Exactly. Jahur Gunamayam Deham, 11th, sloka number 11. It's a very important sloka actually for us Gaudiya Vaishnavas. So such a high philosophical truths are revealed there actually, and very big commentary. 10, 29, 11. Please.
Any reason for choosing Dhruv Maharaj?
That is not mentioned there. No. That is 10, 29, sloka number 11.
Also, there is some mention that Dhruv Maharaj put leg on the somebody, Yamraj or something, his foot, and
yeah, the death, mrityu devata. Yeah. Okay, we'll continue our discussion. Let us. Okay, leave it. Tikacha, let me finish. 10 minutes only that. That's it. So Tikacha nanu brahma vidapnoti param. Nanu, Tika is saying like this. Nanu, Brahmavid apnoti param tameva viditva atimrutyumeti ityadi srutibhyo gnanadeva avidya nivritya tat prapti avagamyate kutaha bhakti yogena ityuchyate. Purvapakshi is raising objection. Here in the sloka, what we are understanding? Not sloka, previously to this 26th sloka, we were seeing no, not two. So Purvapakshi's objection is simply like this. What we learn in the Taittiriya Upanishad, Brahmavit apnoti param. The knower of the Brahman will attain the highest Paratatvam. And that means Paratatvam, not highest, Paratatvam he developed. Next, Tameva viditva ati mrutyum eti. That means by knowing him, that means by knowing the absolute truth, they cross the death. So these kind of statements are there. It is Srutibhyo Gnanadeva Avidya Nivritti. By the knowledge, avidya is destroyed. Tat praptihi avagamita, and also attainment of Paratatvam also is possible. Kutaha bhakti yogena uchyate. Why we need bhakti yoga? Why we need bhakti yoga? Gnana is enough. Brahma gnanam is enough. That's why it is said. In that case, it is said that tatra aha yatha yateti. That means the way by hearing and chanting the holy names of the Lord, so the way the heart is purified. So in that way, by just gnana, heart is not purified. Atma chittam parimurjyate sodhyate mat punya gathanam shravanaihi abhidhanaischa. Shravanaihi means hearing, abhidhana means chanting. So bhakti reva avantara vyaparaha gnanam na pratak iti arthaha. So we came to know bhakti, gnana is also gives the paratatvam, and bhakti is also giving. That means, but the way bhakti purifies and no one is transforming, no one purifying the heart, means bhakti is the superior, and bhakti is producing the results of other sadhanas also. That means like gnanam is also produced, and gnanam is just a avantara phala. That's why we have Vasudeva Bhagati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita. That anyway, this established point previously.
So this regarding this cleaning of the heart by jnana, in that Bhagavatam we discussed that it is like that there is one jar, and in that this alum water is there.
Yes.
Means alum is there in the water.
Yes.
And then anyone, if he keeps the pot on the head and then walks,
yes,
then immediately alum will come above.
Very good, very good. This is kind of connections we need. So like this, where it is said?
Noti Shamalam Krishna.
In which chapter? Second canto? 2.8.5. Yes. So the way gnana, that means the way bhakti purifies, so that cannot be done by the gnana. It is seen in the second canto, 8th chapter, 5th sloka. And example also given. So for transformation of, that means the purification of the gnana is compared with taking a little water in the pot, and if you mix alum in that, and then what will happen? Whatever the dirtiness is there, that will go and settle, and then water will become pure. But when you start walking with holding that pot, immediately this will once again come up. So, but bhakti is like purifying the autumn rain. That means the Saradrutu. In the Saradrutu, what is going to happen? So at that time, So everything, all the rivers, ponds, everything will be purified by the Sharad Ritu, autumn season. So this is a property of autumn season. So at that time, so slowly, that means Sharad Ritu means it comes in the October, month of October. So just the beginning of the winter season. So so at that time, water everywhere, wherever it is there, that is completely purified. Bhakti is like Sharad Ritu. It is purifying the water everywhere, even in the small pots, in every corner, whatever what is it, that is completely purified in that Ritu. But Jnana is purifying, it's compared with the Alam, how it purifies the water. Achha, is there anywhere it is said the comparison? It is also said. I also give one more example. Jnana purification and the Bhakti purification. In 6th canto, 1st chapter. Yeah, what is that? Yes, Bhakti. So Jnana purifies that bushes burning on the just superficially. So those, when rain comes, then once again that bushes, that means bamboo bushes, they will once again sprout back. So similarly, that means once Jnana purifies, it's like a burning the weeds superficially on the ground level. So but those will be once again come up when sufficient rain is there. So that's way, in that way, Jnana purifies the heart. But if you go with the Bhakti, so Bhakti purifies the heart. So Nihara Bhaskaramiva. So, Niharamiva Bhaskara. So when the sun rises, so this fog is just, everything is immediately clean. When sun rises, immediately everything is fell down. And clean, you will be seeing the clean sky. That way, that is the purification. That is this example for the purification of the Bhakti. That's why if you simply practice the Jnana, then what will happen? Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsaha Sangaste Shopajayate Sangas Sanjayate. That means if you purify Jnana and you keep on once again, that means if your senses are engaged in the sense objects, then once again there is a chance to come back, that lust, and also after that Krodha, then after that Smriti Brahmsha Buddhinash, everything. Example is like Vishwamitra is given example there. Prabhupada wrote in the purport or where? I don't know actually. So if you practice Jnana, it will be like that. Is there anything like that? So Pravishtah Karnarandrena Swanam Bhava Saroruham Dhunot. Dhunoti Shamalam Krishna Sailasya Yatha Sharat. Okay, next 81st Anuched. Agrecha Karma Jnana Bhakti Lakshanan Yogan Tattad Adhikaratayam Pratak Hetuncha Vuktva Jnana Karma Anadarena Bhaktehe Abhidheyatvamaha Panchabihi. Agre, that means in the coming section, Jnana Karma Jnana Bhakti Lakshanan Yogan Tattad Adhikaratayam Pratak Hetum. First of all, he is going to define Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga, and also respective eligibility for each. We are going to 20th chapter, one of the important chapter actually. This is in the 11th canto, 20th chapter is very powerful. And we are going to get many slokas from this chapter once again when we are going to define Akinchana Bhakti or Nirguna Bhakti at that time. So our Nishkinchana Bhakti, like this they said. There we are going to discuss once again. So but here in this chapter, in the 20th chapter, what is discussed? These all three yogas and the eligibility for this. Adhikaratayam prutak prutak hetus. There are the various causes. Who is fit for the karma yoga? Who is fit for the jnana yoga? Who is eligible for the bhakti yoga? The eligibilities are explained by the 5 slokas from 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Tatra gnanabhyasa anadaram vaktum tad adhikara hetur vairagya abhyasa anadaram vidatte. So what is going to be discussed here? Tatra gnanabhyasa anadaram vaktum. Practicing of the gnana is discouraged actually. To say that, to discourage the practicing of the gnana, what for this tad adhikara hetu. So who is adhikari for the gnana? Whoever is having the vairagya. Whoever is having the vairagya, he can only enter into the gnana yoga. So to discourage practicing the gnana, the whatever cause is there or eligibility, whatever eligibility is there for the gnana, that is vairagya, that is discouraged. By discouraging the eligibility of the gnana, which is vairagya, so that in that way gnana marga is, gnana yoga is disregarded or is discouraged, is not recommended. Understand? Proktena bhakti yogena bhajato ma asakrun munehe kama hridaya nashyanti. Proktena bhakti yogena bhajato ma asakrun munehe kama hridaya nashyanti sarve mai hridistite. So when an intelligent person engages constantly in worshipping me through bhakti, as previously described by me, all material desires within the heart are destroyed, since I am situated in the heart. Proktena bhakti yogena. Whatever the bhakti yoga I said previously, oh Uddhava. So by that bhakti yoga itself, you are able to purify your, that means all material desires. All material desires in the heart are destroyed. So that's why vairagya means what? Destruction of the material desires. That is going to happen by what? By the bhakti yoga. That means what? So then he is saying that Krishna's intention is that what? So for the gnana, what is the qualification? Destruction of the material desires. But he is saying that can be done by easily by the bhakti yoga. Means it is nothing but discouraging the gnana yoga. It indicates. Ma means me here. Okay. Next 82 we'll see tomorrow. It means Monday. I reached actually to my 81 we finished. We'll be having the next exam on, it will be finished in this month only, maybe September. So another 1 week I can finish. We'll be having holiday on 29th and 30. 30 is Prabhupada's appearance day on 25th. So 2 days. 35. Janmashtami is on 30. Yeah? Acha. Prabhupada's appearance. 31st. Okay. Then we can have exam on 1. When we want exam, you only tell then. When you will want, you will desiring to write exam. I don't want to. Bhakti Vaibu is another. That is Rajdhani Express. Nobody is going to stop that. That exam will be there. And Prabhu, I request all of you, you didn't send the topics actually for everyone. They have to send. Only 2 devotees sent to today. So please. First 9 members already I got. So this Friday, that means On 27th, coming Friday, 27th, today is Friday, but on 27th Friday, we are going to have the seminar by the devotees from 6 to 9. So that is for first 9 members. But you people should give the topic, then I will, today or tomorrow, I will announce names. But the people didn't give actually. I will keep such a way who can give quickly. I will keep those people first in the first group. Who will take some little time, I will keep in the next slot actually. This I can know, na? I know the students' capacity and based upon, I can see the results of the first exam also based upon that. We are correcting that. Almost all is finished. So based upon that, whoever is having good performance, they will be first. Like that, whatever, some principle I follow, and so, or other volunteer also you can say. Who wants to give on first slot? Raise the hands. In first slot. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is 5. And on online? Huh? Jayagopal, you want to give? You raise the hand. Okay, open that. What he wants to speak. Prabhu, I am not able to hear you. You know, your voice is not audible.
Is it audible now?
Yes, it is now audible.
Yes. I raised the hand a little back for a question.
Oh, acha. But I will take that question later. So can you are interested? Who are interested in the giving? So 5 actually. So Akinjan Krishna Prabhu, Swaranakandi Prabhu, and Sadguru Prabhu. Can anyone note? You note it, bro. And yeah, yourself, Sarvesha Samson Prabhu, Pitambar Chaitanya Prabhu. 5 and another 4 we want for the next Friday. Yes, 6. Ujjwala Prabhu, 6. Mitra Shrestha, 7. And one more, 2 more. Yes, 9 Gokulanand Prabhu, 8, 9 Gokulanand Prabhu, 9 J Gopinath Prabhu. Okay, 1 online and 8 on site. Coming Friday, the 27th will be your date. Oh, you don't want? No, first Friday. No, 27th. Today is 27th. You want the next Friday? Okay, one more devotee we want. You remove the Gokulan Prabhu's name. Anyone? Otherwise, I will select Chaitanya Jivan. Okay. Finish. So, okay. Exam dates, first we will fix the Bhakti Vaibhava exam dates. Almost all now question bank is ready. So, September 6th for the Bhakti Vaibhava. Okay. September 6th Bhakti Vaibhava. Then after next Radhashtami is on September 13. Okay, September 13 you will be having the exam for the next 50 anuchedas. Bhakti sandrabha. September 13. So we are going to release the results very soon. So maybe 1 or 2 days or 3 days I will take and we'll release that. Mic. Okay, Prabhu. So, okay, Jayagopal Prabhu, what is your question?
You made that statement, Bhakti Maharani doesn't want to reveal her glory to common people.
Yeah.
Is it given by our Acharya in some of the commentaries? Which commentary, any specific?
10th canto, 29th chapter, sloka number 11.
Oh, you said that for this one. Yes, this is in Vishwanath Chakravarti book,
yes.
Or in Prabhupada purport also?
No Prabhupada purports on this. Okay, Prabhu. Thank you very much, Srila Prabhupada ki.